Okay, this guy is presenting some talk, and these kinds of application you will see, and you are seeing already in other domains. So AI generated images and videos, they are narrating the stuff. And this is quite possible. It is not a dream or fancy or any quixotic feeling, but it is a reality these days. How this is all happening is the question. How it all started and what were the seeds to start such kind of activity. And it is moving in an exponential way. The growth is very exponential. Okay. So my attention to, I would like to draw your attention to the very fundamental things of intelligence, and let us start discussing or elaborating on that. Okay. So when I coined my talk and generated the word map of it, and the word map was showing all these terms. I hope you can see that. Repeatedly, I want some acknowledgement, Mahesh, uh, because all other audiences are audience is muted.
Yes, sir. We are able to see,
Hi,
sir. Yes, sir.
just yes or no, something like that. Yeah. Uh, what I'm telling is, when I generated my content for this speech or this talk, and I saw the word map is showing these words: AI, intelligence, knowledge, constraints, materials, blah, blah things and all. This was the, this is the stuff around which I'm going to talk today. Okay. So in my understanding, or in my viewpoint for today, intelligence is not merely a software construct, but a physical, biological, and civilizational phenomenon that unfolds across time. The AI is not taking place today. AI has been taking place since human civilizations have existed in one or the other form. If you go into the Indus civilization, if you go into Mesopotamian civilization, if you go to the Egyptian civilizations, you will find glimpses of AI being seeded in those civilizations. Therefore, intelligence is not merely a software construct that we are talking today. It is physical also, because it exists in the material. It is existing in the biological. My next question to you will be whether only living beings do have the intelligence, or even the non-living things also have intelligence. I throw open that question for your thinking. Let us try to understand and deliberate a little bit on this question also. So, at its most fundamental level, intelligence emerges from matter organized under constraints. What are the constraints? Constraints of energy, information, what information you are getting, and what is the feedback coming to those constraints. From atomic lattices to neural assemblies, and from social institutions to computational networks, intelligence presents progressive alignment of matter toward adaptive purpose. This is a very strong sentence and a very out of the box sentence I'm making. I draw the attention of the listeners on these things. Intelligence represents progressive alignment of the matter. Basically, while creating intelligence, what we are trying to do is we are trying to align the matter in a particular way. When I'm talking to you, you are listening, and the energy is getting into your body, and the matter in your brain is getting aligned in a particular way, so that we reach an objective of learning AI today evening. That basically, at the microstructure, if you see, there is an alignment of the matter going on whenever we interact. And this alignment of matter is the basic thing I want to catch in defining the intelligence. Whether you are creating natural intelligence or artificial intelligence, what we are trying to do is we are trying to adjust the microstructure in the brain. That is why a student learning from the LKG to higher education, his matter keeps on getting aligned, and he becomes intelligent, and he solves very bigger problems that he could not have solved in his earlier age. So I'm looking intelligence from the perspective of the matter alignment. That is the drastic different view I want to take in introducing this topic. Okay. Yeah. After having spoken about those things, this is my introduction that I'm Associate Professor, Department of IT in CU Riyadh, which I have already told. And this is my related visiting card, which I have pasted here. Okay, let us move on. And let us question ourselves, what is intelligence? For a general man or general novice person, intelligence is basically adaptation. If we can adapt to the circumstances, we call that we are very intelligent. And in nature, we see this intelligence often. For example, I have shown some images. This man, this cartoon is coming under the rain, and since it is raining, he opens the umbrella. And since he is intelligent, he is able to open the umbrella and protect himself from the rain. Okay, so the objective of this intelligence is to survive. Always the intelligence tends to get into one final motto, that is survival. So that there should be some objective for creating the intelligence. And if it is a man, he is intelligent. Do plants have intelligence? My answer would be yes. Plants also have intelligence. You see, this plant is trying to get energy from the sun. It is orienting itself towards the sun. So that means it also has got intelligence. Do plants only have intelligence? No, even the smallest bird on earth also has got intelligence. And no wonder it builds the homes and shelters, very scientifically constructed shelters and very complicated shelters it builds. And this also has got intelligence. So what intelligence is, it is trying to adapt. So intelligence is equal to adaptation is the basic definition what I can take it as today. I have given many examples on the screenshot here. Even ants have got intelligence. They move in a particular fashion. And the honeybees have got intelligence. And birds also have got intelligence in flocking in the sky. And rabbit, when it sees some risk to its life, it escapes into a groove or a hole. Okay. So how it is happening? Because they are trying to adapt to a particular circumstance and try to survive. And this is happening with every object in this universe. Okay. So that is why intelligence is basically adaptation. I hope all the audience will agree. And no wonder, based upon these observations, there is a separate stream of learning has begun in AI, that is swarm intelligence and intelligence from natural observations and colony optimizations and all those things. In the detailed study, particularly AI student might be doing. So we all accept that intelligence is equal to adaptation. We should not have any argument to accept this definition. Let us get in little deeper into this. Manifestation of intelligence, you will see in real life. Living animals manifest because the tiger is a manifestation of an intelligence. The creator or nature, whatever you call, the nature has intelligently created this, and it is the example of a product out of that intelligence. The tiger, tree, ants, birds, and whatnot, giraffe, all the creatures, they are the outcome of the intelligence that is available in the universe. I would see like that. What is the purpose of creating that intelligence? Is to make it survive to the circumstances. Similarly, non-living manifestation. Human beings have created some objects, bicycle, notepads, scissor, microscopes, robots, satellites, cars. These are all the manifestations of intelligence. I hope the audience will agree here. Now the question is, where from any intelligence come? What is the origin of intelligence? When living things have intelligence, what is the limit? Do non-living things really have intelligence? This evening we should keep thinking on this, whether non-living things also have got intelligence. How different is the intelligence in non-living things? Is it same as the living things intelligence? Why is intelligence in non-living things difficult? Why they cannot think like what the living beings think? How to create intelligence in non-living things? These are some very crazy questions that arise when we start thinking on this evening, in this evening. These are very fundamentally and open-ended questions. and you can you can keep thinking and keep pondering. Probably in a useful answer you may get. Let us try to ponder over these questions. First is, I question myself, where from this intelligence come? So my catch was, the origin of all the intelligence is this. I hope you are able to see the slide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. The origin of all this intelligence is this only. The universe is the origin of the intelligence. Because the input to this intelligence comes from this origin, that is, energy comes from this. For us living on Earth, the main source of energy may be coming from sun in a photon form. But other stars and galaxies are also contributing their own bit of energy to us. So origin of intelligence comes from us, and we manifest all that intelligence. Again, it goes back to the same universe. The intelligence comes and intelligence gets contributed to the universe. So this I call it as a production cycle of intelligence. Let us see what I mean by production cycle. Give a careful attention to this. This is my mind diagram. This is my viewpoint of production cycle of intelligence. So what I'm seeing in the left side is intelligence is produced by energy transformations at the micro and nano structures of the matter. How intelligence is produced? Intelligence is produced by energy transformations taking place at the microstructure and nanostructure of the material. The material could be anything. It may be a biological cell. It could be a brain cell. It may be a stone. It may be a rock. It may be a magnet, or it may be anything. What energy does is energy makes the microstructure transform in a particular way, and the intelligence gets created there. That is what I'm seeing in the left side. So matter microstructure transformations will take place due to the availability of energy. And if that energy is not available, and don't expect that microstructure to reorganize itself. But if it is reorganizing in a meaningful way, in a useful way, then it gets manifested and it becomes acceptable. Otherwise, everything is getting reorganized and organized by the hit of the energy in this universe. But we don't appreciate all that phenomenon as intelligence because that is not useful and that is not contributing anything substantial. On the right side, I have shown when intelligence and energy are combined, what happens? When intelligence and energy are combined, what happens is the production of the matter. I pause here. I will allow the audience to think whether I'm right in saying so. Mahesh, it would have been very interesting had you made it interactive, but for the reasons of bandwidth and all, you probably have muted other audience.
No, sir. It is because of you may get disturbance, sir. We don't know where
Yeah,
exactly those
it's
people
okay
are.
because it is becoming monologue.
Yes, sir.
But however, I hope I am able to reach to the audience.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir.
Okay.
It is going very fine,
Yeah.
sir. Yeah.
Yeah, I am trying to think over the right side of the diagram here. Intelligence, when combined with energy, results in matter microstructure transformations. I hope you agree. Sometimes when I am sleeping, when I am walking, I think how the Wright brothers have invented aeroplane. Aeroplane was not there before that 100 years, but they invented it. Today, ChatGPT has come. 10 years down the line, ChatGPT was not there. 20 years down the line, there were something was not there. Mobiles were not there. How these things are coming and getting realized? Try to give a thought about them. You will get the answer. So my right side diagram will explain how the matter or microstructure transformations are taking place, because intelligence, we keep thinking. When we start thinking, the matter in our brain starts getting aligned in a particular way. Millions and billions of neurons will start getting aligned. And for that alignment, we require energy. Of course, that energy as a biological species, we take from food, and naturally it comes from energy, it comes from sun and other things. There is some energy input. And when we start pondering about a particular problem of any thinking, because they say creativity is a random human activity which comes after constant thinking. Okay, if you constantly think over a certain problem, and that problem aligns the matter in your brain in a particular way, and outcome of that, you will see that the material gets generated in the real world. Okay, I'm making a very strong and revolutionary sentence, I hope, because I always think why mobile is coming today, because somebody thought earlier about mobiles. Tens and thousands of people started working, university professors, students, in the form of their projects, learning activity, and all those things. They started thinking and working at. In the process, what happened is the matter in the human brain got aligned in a particular way to produce that microstructure or the product. So this product will be visible in the real time. So this is a cycle actually. The energy has come from the universe. I thought and my matter got aligned in a particular way. Then I produced the object. The object is a reality today. Today, ChatGPT is a reality. Google was a reality. Then aeroplane is a reality. Mobile is a reality because that intelligent thinking was going on, and there was a supply of energy parallel to that, both combined, and matter is produced. And this is going to be true for a time immemorial. Only thing is, you should keep on thinking and working. Today, we are attending in a workshop. This is a process of intelligence input that we are giving collectively to ourselves. I myself prepared a presentation and you are listening to that. Hundreds, 240 participants I find. I don't know, after YouTube and other things, other few will start listening to that. So this is the process of intelligence and reorientation of matter in our brain. And as long as we are alive, we keep absorbing the energy. And who knows, one of us will be able to produce some object in reality in the world. And this continuously happens. And civilizations are evidence for that. Our scientific inventions are evidence for that. And contributions of our scientists are evidence for that. And this is what I'm calling it as a production cycle of intelligence. And probably this is the takeaway from my talk today. I have made some serious thinking on construing this idea and forming this slide actually. I hope you appreciate. And moving on, my topic is I'm coming to the introduction and the history and evolution of AI step by step. But this is where I wanted to pitch in and kindle your thoughts. Hope you start thinking and exploring this matter. And make your children, we send them school, we make them children learn. Why? Because we want the intelligence gathering. We are basically allowing them to reorient their microstructure in the brain. They are not going to school, actually. They are going to every day they are going and realign their matter in the brain. In that perspective, I see it. Fine. I will move on. For paucity of time, I will just be a little fast. Well, production cycle of intelligence, I have just embedded inside the universe, the creation of intelligence, then use of that intelligence, and it spirals and grows regularly like that. And the universe of intelligence keeps expanding. And of course, the physical universe is also, I am told, it is expanding. Okay, it is not a universe kind of thing now these days. It is a multiverse. Multiverse is expanding, and spiraling intelligence is contributing to that. Well, my initial questions still stand same. Whether availability of intelligence, is it available in non-living things or is it available in only living things? When I think over this point, what comes to my mind is, what is this magnetic induction is doing? It is lighting the bulb. Why it is lighting? In magnetostriction, you will see, as long as the poles are aligned in a particular way, it will not get attraction power. It will not attract the other things. So the matter has to be aligned in a particular way to get that power of attraction. So I see that the both answers are yes and no in non-living things. In one way, if you think, non-living things also have got intelligence. The other way, in the perspective of the living things and their intelligence, if you compare, then I can say that non-living things don't have intelligence. But if I stick to the definition of intelligence as the matter alignment, then I would promisingly say that even the non-living things also have got intelligence. I leave it to the audience to think over and debate and criticize this viewpoint on intelligence. Okay. In living beings, of course, we all agree that intelligence exists at innumerable places. I have taken examples of how bacterial colonies develop, pathogens will group, and how bacteria grows. Even that smallest creature, which is not visible to us, the intelligence is there. And in human cells, the intelligence is embedded in RNA and DNA structures. Okay, there is a particular alignment, and that alignment brings into the manifests in the form of our skin color, our living being, our gender, and our hair color, and blah blah things, and so on. And basically, that is the intelligence available embedded within the cell. So